Islanders, you continue to amaze me. Each and every day you surprise me, but today I am extremely grateful and I will share with you why on the show today. We're also going to discuss this big issue, this main problem, this giant hurdle that cruise lines and the entire industry is having right now. This problem that cruise lines hopefully can overcome is impacting your cruise, my cruise. Every time we go on a sailing, this issue is there, whether or not we know it or not. We're going to discuss it on the show today. We're also going to discuss all-inclusive cruising. Some cruise lines have moved to this notion where you can pay a small extra fee on top of your base price and get amenities and get perks such as your drink package, Wi-Fi package, specialty dining, sometimes gratuities included and things like that. And it seems like that those cruise lines are kind of making passengers move to these all-inclusive options. And what about those cruise lines that are not offering them at all? We're going to talk about those as well. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Monday to all you Islanders. We hope that you had a great weekend and your week is off to a great start. We are on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together as we catch up on the latest on what's going on in the cruise news world, and there is a lot. I mentioned in the intro that I am extremely grateful today, as I am every day, but today especially, Amanda and I uploaded our Icon of the Seas walking ship tour yesterday. I expected to get 3,000, 5,000 views, something like that, but you guys are so supportive. I woke up this morning, the video has over 85,000 views, and overnight became our most watched video in well over 2 years. It's all because of you. We are extremely grateful for that. We hope you enjoyed the content, even if you're not cruising on the Icon of the Seas, you have no plans to do so. Check it out. She is an amazing ship, and we do our absolute best to take you around and show you everything she has to offer. We had so much fun in that project, and we're glad also that it's finished because it was a lot of work. Let's get into the cruise news. That is why we're here. If you're looking for a channel in a community to deliver cruise news multiple times a week, you're in the right place. Be sure you subscribe to this channel, ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content. We are getting right into the cruise news today. This just happened a couple of hours ago on board the Carnival Jubilee, a rescue at sea. Matter of fact, there was a man overboard call. Let me show you this video here while I tell you about the story. There was a man overboard call. This video is credited to Missy, Earwin. She's on board, and she shared that there was a man overboard call, and everyone thought that someone went overboard, but it was not a passenger who went overboard. The captain was alerting crew members to go and look at this canoe that was in the water. It was 10 plus miles off of the coast. These two people probably had a very low chance of survival, but it ended up that Carnival Jubilee crew members were able to save these two men in the canoe. They were pulled on board. They were given medical attention. They were given something to eat. It's just another example, right? Right place, right time. There's a reason for everything. We are so thankful that these men were saved. Who knows what would or what could have happened if the Carnival Jubilee wasn't just passing by, this huge cruise ship passing by and rescuing these people. Missy and so many others who captured this moment, thank you so much. It's a special moment, and we are happy to share this good news on the show today. Let's move on to our next cruise news story here. This one is a hurdle. This one is the mountain that cruise lines have to climb in 2024, 2025, and beyond. It's an issue that they're not marketing on TV. You're not seeing commercials about this. We're having this problem. They're not communicating the problem, but so many of us cruise 3, 4, 5 plus times a year, and we see the problem, and we hope something is being done about it. What is the problem, you ask? Cruise lines are finding it more and more difficult to find places to go, places to visit for their cruise ships. Think about this. The Carnival Jubilee, a brand new ship by Carnival, is visiting the same 3 ports of call over and over and over in 2024 and beyond. She's not alternating her route week after week. She's going to the same place every single week, and she's not the only one. Cruise lines are having issues saying, hey, can we visit for the day? Can we bring 3 ships a week? Now, let's talk about why. Countries, some of these are COVID related. Honestly, countries like the Cayman Islands. Grand Cayman used to be a port of call that was called on all the time. And yes, it's a water shuttle port of call. Yes, it takes a lot of extra money and work to shuttle people back and forth from the ship to the shore. But used to, Carnival ships and other cruise lines visited there all the time. Because of COVID, the Cayman Islands, they were pretty restrictive, right? They said, we don't want you to come here yet. And still, they've opened their doors. And yes, cruising has returned to Grand Cayman, but they're not having 12 and 15 ships call on that port every single week. They're only taking a few ships. Instead, you're starting to see other ports. Roatan, Mahogany Bay, is on just about every single cruise itinerary that leaves from Galveston and New Orleans and Mobile. Cozumel, Mexico, who's a very popular port of call. The running joke is, where's your cruise going? Well, we know it's going to Cozumel, but I'm not sure where else it's going. That is true in some sense, but you're starting to see some of these ports of call, I don't want to say buckle underneath all this pressure, but they're busier than ever. Let me share with you just this week what's going on in Cozumel, Mexico, and if this sounds like a place that all of us want to visit. 33 ships are visiting Cozumel this week, carrying 90,000 passengers. 90,000 passengers who I'm sure the majority of them will have a great time. They're going to Mr. Sancho's, they're going to Paradise Beach, they're going to Nachicokum, they're going to all these places, they're going to have a great time. But that's a lot of people, a lot of stops. 33. Matter of fact, Cozumel, listen to this stat. They had 106 ships visit the first 2 weeks of the year because cruise lines are having difficulty finding other places to go. 4 ships are in port today. 7 ships that are there tomorrow. 5 are there Wednesday. 7 ships on Thursday, which is the busiest day of the week. 21,000 people alone on Thursday. 5 ships Friday. 5 ships Saturday. Cozumel can certainly handle it, but it is a problem that affects us. When there's 5, 6, 7 other cruise ships at these ports of call, we have limited selection in what we can do, right? Excursions sell out faster, which, by the way, public service announcement, if you're going to Cozumel or some of these other places, be sure you book and pay for them. Plan your excursions early in advance or they're going to be sold out. You might say, well, planning is all you need to do. That's not all you need to do. The local taxi service is also stressed under 21,000 people visiting in one day. Nassau, by the way, is another example of this. We've talked about Nassau quite a bit on the show. Local places to eat. They love business, right? But it's hard to feed. It's hard to provide great service to all these people who are visiting. Finding places for ships to visit is one of the cruise line's top issues. I don't know if it's going to be resolved soon. Hopefully places like the Cayman Islands open up and welcome more visitors. Carnival used to call on several stops in Jamaica. Hopefully they open up as well. But part of the reason why some of these ports of call are not being visited are also safety reasons. I just mentioned Jamaica a second ago. Some people will put in the comment section below, I don't want to go to Jamaica. I don't feel safe in Jamaica. The United States government actually just sent out a warning about visiting the Bahamas, visiting Nassau, saying that you need to think twice before visiting Nassau, who's one of the biggest cruise ports in the entire world. They break records every single day. They had almost 30,000 passengers in Nassau just a couple of weeks ago. So some of this is COVID related, and hey, we want to be careful. Some of this is cruise lines choosing not to go certain places, and some of this is violence and warnings being sent out and cruise lines saying we don't want to go there as well. This is a hurdle, but we would love to see cruise lines visit some other places, and this is a reason why you're seeing cruise lines investing in their own private islands. We just visited Perfect Day at Coco Cay. It's beautiful. They've invested millions of dollars in it. Half Moon Key has a beautiful beach. Carnival with Celebration Cay, they're starting to build their own, a second private island. Cruise lines have those private islands, and that's one reason why they're building them. They can call on them as often as they want to. They don't have to pay taxes, or as much taxes anyway, while they're there. They don't have to worry about safety concerns and things like that. It's interesting, but it is a hurdle, and I hope it's resolved very, very soon. Let me ask you this, Islanders. Do you want to see cruise ships and cruise lines visit different ports of call on these itineraries instead of the same places over and over? And would you be willing to pay more money? Because that's what it's going to take for Carnival, for Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines to say, Cayman Islands, what's it going to take for me to come? How much money? Are you willing to pay a little bit more money to visit different places. Share your thoughts on this in the comment section below. I've given my commentary. It's your turn for you to give yours. I also want to share this story on the show today. All-inclusive cruising is growing in popularity. Princess Cruises, Norwegian Cruise Line, MSC, and others have started to create these packages where you can buy the drink package, Wi-Fi, specialty dining, sometimes shore excursion credit, sometimes gratuities are all bundled together at a discounted rate, and you're able to purchase these things. Carnival Cruise Line does not have anything like this yet. Royal Caribbean, same thing, nothing like this really yet, but it is coming per se. And it's interesting to see some cruise lines pick up these programs, some of them don't. What I really want to point out today, it's interesting because the cruise lines who are picking up these programs, they're almost making it where if you want drinks, the drink package alone, it's better to just buy the all-inclusive package. If you want just Wi-Fi, the internet package alone, it's almost better to purchase the entire package. They're almost forcing people, if you just want one of these things, that you're going to have to spend a little bit more money and buy the entire package. Let me share with you what I'm talking about here. I mentioned Princess Cruises was one of the cruise lines who have this bundling option, this all-inclusive option. They just increased their Wi-Fi prices from $14.99 per day, which is fair, right? That's pretty fair across the industry, to $24.99, a 65% increase. So $25 a day is what internet's now going to cost. That is a substantial increase just for internet alone. But you're in luck because Princess Cruises offers this all-inclusive option. Listen to this. Instead of just buying the internet package for $25 per day, you can buy the Princess Plus all-inclusive package, which is $60. Okay, so yeah, it's a little over double, but you get that internet package. You also get your gratuities included every day, something that you're going to have to pay anyway. There's another $16, right? You also get specialty dining options. You get room service, free room service. You get fitness classes, and you get, of course, the alcohol package as well. It almost makes it worth, instead of paying $25 for internet alone, you're going to have to pay gratuities. $41 is what your Wi-Fi is, and your gratuities at $41. Why not pay the $60 and get all these benefits? It's an interesting concept, but those who don't want this all-inclusive cruising, they don't like that these cruise lines are bumping up individual items to make you almost forced into the all-inclusive option. Carnival Cruise Line and others are weighing options. Is this something that passengers want? Do they want the all-inclusive option? Carnival Corporation, who owns Carnival Cruise Line, owns Princess Cruises as well, and other cruise lines who have this all-inclusive option, and they're weighing, do we add this? Do we bring this to Carnival Cruise Line? Do we bring this to other cruise lines as well? Islanders, why don't you weigh in? Do you want to see all-inclusive cruising options included with cruise lines across the board? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Would you pay that price of $60 if it included your drink package, your gratuities, specialty dining, free room service, Wi-Fi, $60 on Carnival Cruise Line drink package alone per day? For adults, it's $59.99. It's a pretty good offer there. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. That is the cruise news for today. We hope you enjoyed the show. If so, give it a thumbs up. Again, if you're not subscribed yet, we invite you to do so. We can't wait to see your comments, your feedback, your commentary in the comment section. We'll see you over on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.